कहते थे कि यूपी युवाओं का राज्य है, आंदोलनकारियों का राज्य है, लेकिन आज हकीकत ये हो गई कि उत्तर प्रदेश भारत का सबसे बड़ा बेरोजगार युवाओं का राज्य बन चुका है।
देखिए, आज की जो युवा मांग है नौकरी, ये तब उसको हिंदू मुस्लिम में बांट दिया जा रहा है।
आए दिन बच्चे फ्रस्ट्रेट हो गए सर, कई बार आत्महत्या करते हैं।
These are India's young people who are supposed to fuel the country's economy, but they are fast becoming frustrated over a lack of jobs. This is Prayagraj city in Uttar Pradesh state, which is voting to elect a new government. And this particular street is lined with bookshops. This is a place where students come to buy study material to help them pass tough government exams. Now, jobs, or rather lack of them, is a big election issue here. Only 12 out of the state's 70 million youth had a job as of December 2021. Now that is a lot of unemployed people. People in this state and other parts of the country too are desperate for jobs. And this desperation has turned into anger and sometimes even violence. Some students here who are browsing for books, so I'm just going to have a quick chat with them.
हम अपनी तरफ से तो सर पूरी कोशिश करते हैं, लेकिन जो ये एग्जाम के बाद रिजल्ट का जो टाइम टेकिंग प्रोसेस है, ये कहीं ना कहीं बहुत ही दर्दनाक होता है बच्चों के लिए।
Even if jobs are announced, by the time tests happen, results come out, interviews happen, sometimes it takes between 3 to 5 years. And that really adds to the frustration.
हर 100 में 4 बच्चे आपको ऐसे मिल जाएंगे जो गलत कदम से सुसाइड कर लेते हैं।
ये आपके अपने आसपास का अपना देखा हुआ आंकड़ा है।
अपना देखा हुआ आंकड़ा।
So we are going to spend the next few days with some of the job aspirants and take you inside their lives to understand what really keeps them going, sometimes even for a decade, in search for that elusive job. So we are in one of the really busy areas of the city, and as you can see here, there are a lot of houses stacked very close to each other, and each of these houses have really small and dimly lit rooms, and that is where students live and study, because these rooms are cheaper and more affordable for them. And these are the very rooms where thousands of dreams are broken every year.
इसमें सोना है, इसमें पढ़ना है।
अंकल, आपको मम्मी की याद आती है जब?
सर बिल्कुल, क्योंकि घर में तो हमको खाना बनाया मिलता है और यहाँ पे तो बनाना ही पड़ता है, तो बेसिकली घर की तो याद तो आएगी सबको। हमारे जो फैमिली है वो लोअर मिडिल क्लास फैमिली है और 1 से 2 लोग कमाने वाले हैं, और इससे पहले पापा जो है वो भी ज़्यादा एजुकेटेड नहीं थे और वो अपनी लाइफ किसी तरीके से कम पैसे में या फिर स्ट्रगल लाइफ जिया। और ऐसा फैमिली लोग में चाहते हैं कि लोग एक गवर्नमेंट जॉब मिल जाए जिससे से फैमिली में सपोर्ट हो जाए और आने वाली जो पीढ़ियां हैं उनके लिए भी एक रोड मैप तैयार हो जाए। हम जिस रीजन से आते हैं उत्तर प्रदेश से, यहाँ पे इंडस्ट्री का बहुत बड़ा अभाव है, जिसके वजह से जो बहुत सारे लोग हैं, जो छात्र हैं, वो पढ़ाई तो करते हैं लेकिन उनके लिए जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटी जो है वो बहुत कम है, तभी लोग गवर्नमेंट की तरफ मूव करते हैं। अगर आपको प्राइवेट जॉब करना है तो आपको पुणे, बेंगलोर एज ए माइग्रेंट आपको वहाँ पे जा कर के जॉब करना पड़ेगा। यूपी में ऐसा कोई इंडस्ट्री नहीं है जहाँ पे आप जो है जॉब कर सकते हैं। एक नोएडा ही है जहाँ पे लोग जॉब करते हैं। और मैं सोचता हूँ कि आप पहले मैं खाना बनाता हूँ, आप खाइए, फिर उसके बाद बात करते हैं बात पे। कल सुबह आपको घर ले चलते हैं।
चाय भी बोल रहे थे, खाना और चाय दोनों?
जी सर, आपको जो मर्जी खाना चाय भी कर सकते हैं। चाय तो देखिए स्टूडेंट के लिए इलाहाबाद में सबसे बड़ी ये जड़ी बूटी कहते हैं लोग इसको।
जड़ी बूटी है।
हाँ, शाम को आते हैं, वो सही एक सहारा है, लोग चाय पी लेते हैं, टहल भी लेते हैं, रिफ्लेक्स थोड़ा सा अपने आप को रिलैक्स महसूस करते हैं।
और बाकी क्या करते हैं आप लोग रिलैक्स होने के लिए? मोबाइल पे मूवी देखते हैं?
देखिए मूवी वगैरह तो बहुत कम, गेम कभी खेल लिए तो खेल लिए गेम, मूवी तो मैं बहुत वेब सीरीज़ कोई देख लिए।
गर्लफ्रेंड वगैरह?
नहीं सर, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है।
I have spoken to a lot of people here, a lot of young people, and based on that and also from our experience of spending past few days with job aspirants, one thing is clear: India is just not creating enough jobs. If that is not addressed sooner, then the kind of protest we saw in Bihar and also in Prayagraj will sadly become more common. So the task is very much cut out for the next government. They have to keep job creation right on top of their agenda.
Speech ahead of the last election, it was widely reported that he made an ambitious pledge, that his government would create 10 million jobs a year during his time in office. This claim was repeated not just in the Indian media, but around the world.
The only issue is, and we checked back on the campaign speech in question, he never actually made that promise. Mr. Modi's words were misquoted by a single news agency and the words were repeated by the others. But Mr. Modi promised jobs, and India needs millions more of them for its rapidly expanding workforce. As national elections approach, jobs and how to measure employment is fast becoming a huge issue.
Rahul Gandhi, leader of the opposition Congress party in India, recently made his own remarkable claim.
The single biggest challenge, and I'll give it to you in numbers, 30,000 youngsters come into the job market every single day. Today, 450 of them are getting a job. I'm not even talking about the unemployed.
Mr. Modi has responded to this criticism by saying that the current methods of measuring job creation don't reflect the true picture. The government is now looking at new ways of collecting data. So what's really going on?
This is how many people in India want to work. You can see it's growing every year. But there's no reliable data we could find to show how many jobs have been created overall in the Indian economy while Modi's been in power.
Basically, the problem is not that we cannot collect the data. The problem is that there's been a delay in bringing the data out. We've had no unemployment data, no household survey since 2011-12, which is what the NSSO used to conduct.
India's economy is also separated into the formal and informal sector. The informal sector is a part of the economy that's hard to capture in the official statistics. It's much larger than the formal sector, but no one knows exactly how many people work in it. Estimates suggest it's over 80% of the economy. Therefore, it's difficult to say how many jobs have actually been created during Mr. Modi's period of office.
One thing is certain though, while no one can prove for sure that his government hasn't created more jobs than the previous government, Mr. Modi definitely can't say he has.
And the election next year could simply come down to whether or not Indians feel that he has delivered.